Hi Abhishek, welcome to C'est La Vie. I already know
Thank you.
but for people who don't know you, can you please tell us quickly about yourself?
Okay. Hi, I'm Abhishek. I come from India. I have a background in engineering, mechanical engineering specifically. I worked, after doing my engineering, I worked for about 2.5 years in India.
Okay.
And it was not exactly related to engineering. A little bit of it was, but then I worked in a marketing agency for about 2 years, and then I had my own startup for a year, and then I decided to come to France.
Why did you decide to come to France?
My initial target was to go to US or
Okay.
to an English-speaking country because English is easier.
But why another country?
Uh, I the okay.
Yeah,
The
bro, we go
honest
deep in the podcast, bro.
the honest answer is I saw people studying for IIMs, and the amount of competition that is there is crazy. Like
Immense, yeah.
You have to work you have to study very hard.
Very hard.
And when it comes to competitive exams, they're not my forte at all.
Mm.
Like I'm not strong at them, and I knew this back then as well. So that was one of the reasons. Second was I wanted to get more of an international exposure. Now that I see that IIMs as well have a good international exposure and other business schools as well.
Right.
But I think coming outside your home country and trying to learn about the culture and how different businesses are handled in an international space as well is one of the reasons that I wanted to move out of India.
For sure.
And the third reason was I wanted to see how life is outside India.
Curiosity.
Curiosity, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
First, you were telling you were thinking of going to USA.
Yeah.
And English-speaking countries, right?
Yes.
But then how did you decide France after that? Which is not English-speaking at all.
Yeah. So I started to see this trend where a lot of Indians were going to US. And secondly, the visa restrictions for Indians or internationals going to US were quite high. Like visa restrictions in the sense, I mean that after you complete your study, you just have 6 months to find a job. And
that's a short time. Yeah.
It's a very short time. And I specifically wanted to do an MIM course as well because MBA requires at least 5 years of experience outside India. And in US, MIM courses were about for a year. And even in other parts of Europe, it is just for a year. And for me to culturally immerse into that country in a year, where I'm managing everything else, is for me, I thought it is a bit difficult and not something that I would be good at. So I thought a longer course would be a better scope for me to understand how different things work there, how make new friends, talk to different people, network a lot more. That was there as well. Yeah.
That was in France.
Yeah, that was in France.
Saw.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how you decided that I want to go to France.
I want to go to
Then
France.
what was your application process like? Like how did you decide where do you want to apply and then how did you apply?
Before that, I have to convince my parents that I have to go to France.
Oh
right?
yeah, same. Yeah, that was a big step.
Yeah.
That was the first step and the most important step.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have to tell your parents, like you have to explain it to them in a way that they understand as well.
But before you never told them that you want to go abroad?
They had an inclination that I wanted to do my studies abroad.
Yeah.
Like even my graduation, at one point I was thinking like my undergraduate degree I wanted to do abroad, but that time we didn't have the resources and we didn't have a lot of knowledge as well how to do it. So we skipped it during that time, but I always wanted to study abroad. And to explain it to my parents, I took this whiteboard.
Okay.
I made a 10-year plan.
Oh.
And then I showcased to them, okay, if I if I start for a competitive exam, like I do a GRE, I know I'm not good at competitive exam, but still if I do a GRE, I should do it by this time. The application window for France or other countries, they usually close during this time period. And then after that, I do a course for 3 years where I get experience, I get to meet new people. And then after 3 years, I'll start working in a MNC or some company. I'll work there for I'll start working. So in that, I'll then probably get married when I'm 29, 30. And then after that, I'll buy my house and all those things. Like it was just a way to show them, okay, I have planned my things on my own.
I'm sure my father would be impressed if I showed that.
It's really
like you've
cool.
thought about it.
Yeah, exactly. It gives
You're
them
not just doing it for the trend or just
trend or
because you feel like,
and
like it's a logical choice.
yes, and it gives them an assurance that okay, he's thinking on his
Yeah.
own and he's made these decisions as well. And
So it worked.
It worked.
Okay.
I also made an
It
Excel sheet.
clearly worked, yeah.
Yeah, it worked. I made an Excel sheet as well to show, okay, these would be the expenses that would be needed. These are the different colleges. For each college, what the different expense would be based on scholarship.
All in France or?
All in France. The colleges that I applied was all in France.
All in France, like no other European country also?
No.
Okay. And which ones were your top choices?
My first one was ESSEC, then EDHEC,
Okay.
then ESSEC, EDHEC, ESCP, and I had also applied for SRD, which is in Spain.
Yes, yeah, me too, yes.
Yes, but SRD, I knew it early on I wouldn't get in because again they have a 1-year course, and by the time that I was applying, it was at I think the third round. I think all the I was applying for marketing, MSc in marketing, and most of their seats had gone, and it was just about the entrepreneurship that was there. And
yeah, I got in SRD.
The same.
Yeah.
The same.
But I didn't go. I didn't decide. I chose to go to France EDHEC instead of that. Yeah, because it's 1-year course again. And
yeah, exactly.
Same reasons.
Yeah. And it was for marketing or
marketing. They don't have MIM, I think. You have to choose.
You have to do an MSc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you these schools.
Yeah.
Why is HEC not on your list? It's too ambitious.
I felt it was a bit too ambitious. But the thing is, I think I should have still applied. The worst is I would have gotten a rejection, but it also there's applications fees as well. But
I think it's on the higher side for
it's
HEC.
on the higher side, yes. And I was looking at the profiles of people who have gotten in, and I felt that maybe.
And especially for Indian engineering profile, it's especially harder.
Indian engineering male profile.
Yeah, it's harder because they have this diversity thing, right? And they fill it earlier. So
yeah, definitely. And one thing I realized is when I was out doing applications is people really value a lot of extracurriculars in universities that you're applying to. They want to see what you're doing other than studies, how you're living your life basically. What hobbies do you have?
How did you realize that? Like in the cover letter, you had to write?
In the cover letters as well, and when I was trying to research about questions that are asked during interviews, how do you answer them?
Right.
A lot of them were saying that it's a really plus point to have good hobbies or good extracurricular activities that you do.
I see.
It adds a huge impact on your, and coming to France also, you see why I realized it is important after coming to France is also you see your colleagues when you're working doing internships, you see each of them like they have something that they do, like people go for hikes. People have
like a hobby.
They have like one of my colleague here was he's too much he loves swimming, so every weekend he goes for a swim, no matter the condition. He always goes for a swim. Like each of these people have different hobbies. There's one girl, she had her own stable, so she used to go horseback riding on her.
Oh wow.
So it's pretty cool to.
So like it's not like the work is their life.
Yeah.
They also have some.
Exactly.
Else.
Yeah. And at the end, when you see what life is all about, it is about you doing what you love plus also making money.
Yeah.
And,
that's the dream.
That's the dream. Exactly. And you see people doing that here. Yeah.
But when you were, because it made me think that when even for interviews, when you prepare, they ask questions like, tell me about a time you faced any challenge.
Yeah.
If you're not doing any extracurriculars, like in class, you will not have any stories that maybe you can tell the other way.
No.
But then how did you prepare for the applications? Did you hire someone to help you? Or did you work on your own? How did you do the applications? Because there's a lot of things required. Yeah. There's a CV that you have to make, then cover letter, and maybe sometimes they ask you to make videos or whatnot. Yeah. So how did you prepare for that? And also because now it's, I think, very easy to do it because you can use so many AI tools, but at that time you have like nothing, almost nothing. So how did you manage to do that?
I did go to an agency. At the end, I realized it is completely useless because they didn't tell me
Why?
anything new.
Okay.
And maybe if I had watched a bit more of YouTube videos, I would have gotten the direction in which on how I should apply.
Hmm.
The only AI tool I think that time we had was Grammarly,
Grammarly, yeah.
and it helped especially when we had to reduce because each of the essays had a character limit,
Right.
so it helped in reducing the characters.
Mm.
But honestly, yeah, I didn't find it a huge, like it created a huge impact on the applications that I made, because at the end it was just me putting down my ideas and
Okay.
thinking of a way how we could like, use them. But now with AI,
It's quite easy.
it's quite easy to.
Yeah. And then which all schools did you get into?
I just got into EDHEC.
Mm-hmm. Were you happy about it?
Yes, kind of.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I wanted to come and EDHEC, I got into EDHEC, it was good.
How did you know that EDHEC is like good for you?
Mm,
What was before you joined?
yeah.
How did you know that EDHEC is the right school that you should join? Like it's a good decision to join.
So for me, thankfully, one of my seniors from my engineering college was also studying at EDHEC.
Okay.
And I talked to her and I spoke to her about what things are done at the university, what are the different types of job opportunities that we could get after, how the internship opportunities especially. And she told me, like, she was very blunt with me. She was like, yeah, you should know how to speak French. It really helps in your applications. And she was also like, you have to do some extracurriculars as well because it impacts your applications. And she told me that the classes were really good.
Okay.
Some of the classes where we had to prepare, like for example, I think the best class that I've ever attended is Ane's class.
Yeah. Shout out to Arne.
Shout out to Ane.
Best professor ever.
Honestly, like his classes were the one thing that we used to wake up and be excited to go to.
Yeah.
Because it was so interactive.
Yeah.
It was something new that you learned every day, and you were genuinely excited to go and learn in class.
Yeah.
And thankfully for me, he was my thesis guide as well.
Yeah.
So
Same.
it was really nice
Yeah.
working with him.
Yeah.
I mean,
Arne has a separate fan base.
yes, I mean, that guy knows how to take a lecture.
Okay, so you asked that person.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the best way to. Yeah, it's the best way to
I
get to
think
know.
you should, like, if you plan to come to France as well, you should reach out to all the alumni in that school, especially. And if you have a specific objective, like you want to work in finance, in private equity, or if you want to go in marketing and luxury, you should try to reach out to the students from that university who are working in those fields, because they will be able to give you a more clearer picture of what all things are there in the university.
100%.
And also, what all competitions does the university ask you to take part in, or what all courses are actually in coordination or in how can you say it? Like
That are relevant to the industry.
no,
domain.
like I mean, like for us it was Brandstorm. Like L'Oréal and EDHEC had this
Partnership,
partnership. Yeah, the partnerships. Like even for marketing analytics, it was I think EDHEC plus Ubisoft for marketing analytics. And like if you see our current marketing course, they have more courses that are more in partnership with companies. And I think that is the best way to learn.
Yeah. ESSEC has a chair with LVMH.
Yes.
They have something. So for luxury, it's very good.
Yeah.
And so when you got to know that if you go to France, French is going to be a big issue.
Yeah.
What did you think about it? Like, were you ready to learn it, or you thought I'll manage without it? What was your thought process?
No, I think we have to learn it. And even during that time, I was like, okay, I have to learn a new language.
Okay, so you were ready to learn it.
I was like, okay.
Did you start learning that time?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It was I applied to all the colleges in my third round.
Yeah.
And it was a very short period for me to actually learn a lot of things. So I just did the beginner course from Alliance Française.
Alliance Française, yeah.
And
Did EDHEC tell you about Alliance
yes,
Monthly?
yes, yes.
Yeah, that's also, I think, very good thing EDHEC did was this making a group of all the Indian students, I think, and
Yes.
giving all these instructions where to learn French from
Yeah.
and what to do. Even they even sent cars to pick up, right?
Oh
When
yeah,
we
yeah, yeah.
landed.
The
So,
first day that we landed,
yeah,
yes, yes, that was really nice.
yeah. How was your EDHEC experience overall?
Pretty
It was
cool.
you did, what course did you do,
Yeah.
first of all?
So I did the Masters in Management course,
Right.
and I did a specialization in marketing in entertainment and service industry.
Okay. And that's a 3-year course, right?
It's a 3-year course. Yeah.
The first year is where you learn everything,
Yes.
right? And the second is when you go and do internships.
Yeah.
And the third year is your specialization where you can choose what you want to take.
Exactly.
And you took entertainment.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was your first year like? How was your experience? You came to Lille, right?
Yeah.
Like from Pune.
Yes.
So what was your how was it like for you in the first few days? What did you feel like?
Okay. So we came. I think all of us came here in end of August something because the courses were starting in September. The first thing that we did after landing, honestly, we came here with the TGV to Lille, Europe, I think.
Yeah.
And I got out of the train, I got out of the station, and I was about to cross the road, and I didn't look at the signal then.
Oh.
And I was like, oh shit, I'm in a different country. I should know the rules. There is a signal, so I have to follow the signal. So
Yeah.
that was pretty nice. And the second thing is people will actually stop if you're crossing the road.
Yeah.
You are given the priority.
Yeah.
And
That feels like something.
exactly. That feels really good, and you feel safe.
Yeah.
Like people will actually stop for you.
Yeah.
And then we came here. The first day, there was light outside till I think 9 o'clock, 9:30. It feels completely weird. Like it's 9 o'clock and you just still see light outside. And for some reason, you don't feel hungry because I think you're more tuned to seeing if it is dark.
Yeah.
It's evening.
It's
so
weird, like having your dinner when there's sun outside.
Exactly, when there is sun outside. So
Still getting used to.
yeah. But now I like it.
Yeah. Feels very productive. Like you can still work and feels like a productive day.
Especially after being in winters here.
Oh yeah. You
You
start appreciating.
you start appreciating light a lot more.
Yeah. 100%.
First year was pretty cool.
Were you happy with the courses and the way everything was that you expected?
Yes. Like I told you, I prefer learning by doing or learning by doing something or applying something. And a lot of our courses, they had case studies involved. And the thing with case studies is you have to read them and you have to formulate your own ideas. At that time, we didn't have ChatGPT, and I'm really thankful for that. Because I think
We
at
used
some
our
point...
brains.
Yeah, we used to actually think about how we can try to solve that problem, or like we have different questions or how we could answer that question. And we are taught different frameworks. For example, in strategy, we have taught the Porter's five forces, and we had case study related to that, and we have to see how we could apply that to that specific case.
Yeah.
And the next day or the week after you go and the professor starts discussing that case, and then you try to see how different people have also analyzed that case, how their thought process actually worked, what were they thinking about. And then he asks you to present as well. So I think that kind of a learning is the
I
best.
also like the fact that they make groups for you, and they are very random groups. So you are with someone who is from another country, and it's nice to also like different people bring their own opinions. So it was a good way to also learn how to work in teams, which people you don't know, and sometimes you may not even like those people. But you have to work together, which is what happens if you start working like in real world also.
Funny thing is, I actually took part in Brandstorm during that year as well.
Okay, the first year
as well, because I don't know, I randomly was seeing what all quizzes or what all competitions are there, and I came across Brandstorm.
Can you tell what is Brandstorm? People may not know.
It's a competition that L'Oréal has every year, and it's for the different divisions within the company. So L'Oréal has 4 different divisions: the professional product, the dermatological beauty,
Luxury.
the luxury, and then we have
Consumer
consumer
products.
products as well. So each year they have a specific, not a specific, they have an open-ended question for each of these divisions.
Right.
And you have to think of a creative way in which you can basically bring business to the companies. Or think of how you could create more better consumer engagement as well. So like you can think about it.
It's like,
It's an open-ended question.
yeah, it's kind of like an innovation competition where for students to pitch their ideas and also for L'Oréal to see for their talent, future talent, they can see people who might be interesting to have in the team.
Yeah.
So in 2020, this was what, 2021 is when we joined, right? And this competition happened in 2021, I think. It's the same time.
No, it was, I think,
2022.
2022, yeah.
So you took part at that time?
Yeah, I took part in that time as well. Our idea was bad. We didn't think about
you
it.
already knew it, that it's bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
Okay.
So basically, I was working with 2 team members.
Yeah.
One was my other friend, and there was one person who was based in Paris.
Okay.
And the communication was very bad between us.
Right.
And like you have to submit a video as well, right? So that person didn't upload my videos at all. It was just 2 people speaking, and, and it was a completely bad thing. Of course we didn't make it to anything. Okay. But that year, there were two of our batchmate groups who made it to the semi-finals, and one of them actually won the France finals as well.
Yes.
And looking at them, we got, like, at least I got an understanding of, okay, this competition is quite good, and what kind of innovation is actually goes ahead, and like how you need to think about different problems or different aspects. And that is when I first started understanding the beauty industry as well. And I found it pretty interesting because it is complex, with consumer trends changing like at the snap of a finger. Yeah. And you also have to be, the companies also have to be very relevant to that.
When we land in France, since that day, there's a pressure to apply for internships and to get an internship. Of course. Right? So how did you find an internship? What did you do first of all for an internship? The first internship that you did?
The first internship was the most difficult to find. You have to do like a lot of applications, like 500, 600 applications. 500,
600.
Out of that, you'll get 4 to 5 interview calls, and from that you might get 1. And it depends on your luck as well. You remember there were 2, 3 people who got their internships even before beginning of January.
Yeah.
And we were like, shit, that's so cool. Like there's this one guy, our friend, and he got an internship at L'Oréal, and he didn't even apply for that internship. And then L'Oréal just reached out to him that there might be an opportunity in communication, and getting into L'Oréal is tough.
And you wanted to get L'Oréal?
No, initially no, because I was not that much interested in beauty industry as of yet. I just wanted to get into operations or learn more about marketing in general, and be it any industry, be it tech industry or any industry.
Was it easy to find? You must be applying for only English roles, right?
Yeah.
Was it easy to find English roles?
Not really. Like, if you see the number of applications that I did and the number I got in, it was pretty different. But so for me, because I wanted an English speaking role, the best places to apply for it is you apply in Netherlands, you apply in Belgium, you apply in France, Paris as well, you apply in Luxembourg, and there are a bit more chances of you getting an internship of an English speaking role in these countries. My first internship was in Luxembourg. It was in a tech company, and it was in business and sales operations.
Where did you find this?
I found it on LinkedIn.
On LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is the main place where you used to apply, or other places?
LinkedIn as well, and then we had our own college portal.
College portal.
Yeah, and then we also had Indeed, and actually, if you look at it, Indeed also has a lot of like people do use a lot of Indeed as well, not just LinkedIn.
And what was the role of EDHEC, the college, in finding you a role?
Honestly, it was not that much in finding a role. EDHEC will be really helpful when you have 2 internships or you have one acceptance from one internship and there is a second interview or the second final interview that you have given and you're waiting for their results. In those cases, you can actually talk to EDHEC and they will sometimes take the blame that, okay, we are still preparing the contract, so ask the company or send them this email that we are waiting, we are still building the contract, so give us some time. So in those terms, in terms of negotiation with the companies,
Right.
and in terms of negotiation.
So if you want to have more time before accepting an offer.
Yes. And I think even on CV part, they helped us actually. You remember we had this, we had one day, career center day,
right,
where they had called in recruiters from all over France, and they gave us understanding of our CV and they conducted mock interviews as well.
Now when I think about it, it feels like, because I know professionals now working in France, now I have a network, but at that time when it's your first year in France and you don't know anyone, you don't have any professional network, forget professional, like even you're getting to know students who are who are French students, you are getting to like trying to get too close to them or trying to understand them. Knowing someone from like the industry feels like it's so far from where you are. And so I can now if I think about it, I can appreciate it more that there were people who were actually working in the French industry and they were sitting there.
And they were actually willing to help. That was really like taking time and trying to explain us what we should change in our CV, reading our CV and trying to explain what we should change. It helped. That part helped as well. And the first internship is always the hardest to get. Especially because from my understanding is, I think the first one was you should also understand your application strategy, in the sense like you should know what kind of roles your CV is good to apply to, at least for first internship, and you should also know when you should apply to them. For example, on LinkedIn, if you see so for me at least, that is what I learned from my first application, is if there is a role that was posted like 2 weeks back, 3 weeks back or a month back, I wouldn't apply to it. If it's within that week, I would apply to it because it gives, like, at least I had a higher chance of hearing back from the company.
Totally.
The second part is, think if you really need to spend your time on a cover letter, because making a cover letter it requires a lot of effort. I think cover letters are more helpful when you're applying to a startup, or if you're applying for a position that is different from your previous roles that you have done.
Right.
And if it's an asterisk mark or if it's important, like you have to fill it into a company portal, only then you make a cover letter. Otherwise, I think it didn't really help, for me at least.
It's not the deciding factor. What do you think for you is like the most important thing when making applications that really helps the recruiters to select you, like, or what are the main things that you have to work on if you want to apply for an internship? What are the most important things?
I learned this later on, and it was thanks to one of our friends who was working in HR part of the company, and he used to look at resumes as well. And he told me that, and on average, HR reads a resume for 6 to 7 seconds, and your starting of the resume should make an impact during that time. So you have to really ensure that your formatting is correct. You don't have any spelling mistakes. You don't have, your spacing is good. Like if there is different spacing, if it is not properly structured, it doesn't make, like as a person also, if you see a resume that is not properly structured,
you don't want to read it.
You just don't want to read it. And
so make it readable, like easy to read, easy to scroll through.
And I think for me, your first 2 experiences that are there, see what the role actually requires. Does it require you to be analytical? Does it require you to have more creative mind? Based on that, try to tweak your bullet points according to those conditions and have those keywords as well. And then you can apply. At least that is what my strategy was for the internship.
So resume is like the
resume is your key,
most important thing for that.
Yes.
Did you also try to use network or LinkedIn or somehow reaching people to get an internship?
Not to get an internship, I reached out to more of our college seniors who were passed out and who were doing internships or who were in full-time jobs to ask for a reference. But
what was your strategy to get a reference?
I just write a cold, write an in-mail or a cold mail to the person who you want the referral from, saying that, okay, I'm from this and this college. I noticed that you are also from this and this college, and I'm particularly interested in this kind of a role, and I saw that there is an opening, and I was just hoping that you would refer me to this role.
Okay.
So something on those lines.
Did people respond to you?
Not everyone. A few of them responded, and I didn't get into those roles, but it's always good to just reach out to people and ask for referrals as well.
So did someone give you
Yes,
give you?
yes, they gave referrals.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
And did it work out for you, or you?
No, it didn't really work out.
Didn't work out. Okay.
Yeah, but it was good to have referrals.
And okay, so you got an internship entirely on your own.
Yes.
And what was the process to the recruitment process? First, you submitted your CV, your cover letter and everything. And then what happened after that?
So for internships, I think it's fairly simple. So you first apply your resume, you apply through LinkedIn or whatever portal. You get your first interview call.
Yeah.
It's usually with an HR. For business roles, it's usually with an HR. You do your first HR interview, and then you have your second interview, which is with your hiring manager.
Okay.
And once that is done, if you like,
what's the difference? What happens in the HR interview? What do they ask you? So
HR interview, I feel it is more about seeing if you really fit into the company, if you really are motivated for the job. And they also try to probe you on if you have those skills that would be required for doing the internship or the job. And the questions are around that, like you have to be very clear with your elevator pitch. So first, this is what my first, when I was doing this interview with the company that I got, that was my first internship. He told me that first impressions are the most important. And when you're speaking to the HR, the first time when you're introducing yourself, you have to be perfect. Like your introduction pitch, your elevator pitch has to be perfect.
That everyone's going to ask you, like you talk to HR, you talk to anyone, so it has to be well prepared and ready to.
That's a short question.
Yeah.
And later on I realized is with your introduction pitch, you can actually tend or move the conversation on the part that you want to. Like you leave or you tell them about particular experience that you had, and you tell it in a way that they want to probe into what did you actually do in that.
That's interesting.
And then they try to ask you more questions on that.
So you're kind of giving them a bait.
Yes, you try to get
like ask about this.
Yes.
So and then they ask, and then you are in control. Like okay, I knew this is coming, so this is the answer to that.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's how you can prepare as well. And now with AI, you can create better pitches.
Yeah, you can role play and
you can do role plays. You can get a bunch more questions of how HR would ask and
Okay. So what? So HR asked you all the questions, and then they called you and said that you are moving to the next round.
Yeah, you usually get a hint during the first round itself if you're going or not in the next round. And they usually will tell you what the next steps are.
And how long did it take for them to get back to you?
It was pretty quick. I think it was within 1 week that I heard back from them. And I then did my next interview, business interview.
Okay.
With my hiring
what is this company, by the way?
Yeah, so it's Talkwalker. It was Talkwalker.
Talkwalker.
It was a SaaS company. It was related to social listening. So they had this product where they would crawl on all the websites, on all the social media pages,
right?
And they would try to analyze how your brand is performing after a campaign is done. What people are talking about, what the sentiment is.
Right.
So it was more related to that. And my job role was more, and the job role that they had said was more related to operations. I learned about validation, how to create automation processes, and I'm really thankful that my manager then, he gave me the opportunity to actually build a validation rule and deploy it.
Okay.
And I did a terrible job at it because as soon as we deployed it, we started getting in tickets that that the salespeople were not able to move ahead.
What happened then? What was the reaction of your manager?
He was really understanding. You have an option where you can revert back the changes. So he reverted it back, and he just explained it to me. Okay, this is there, but you haven't really done testing for the validation rules. As in, you have tested for the best case, but you haven't tested it for the edge cases. Which is, now that I go back and think of it, is what I should have done.
Yeah, of course.
Think of all the cases that, and then do proper testing and then deploy it.
Yeah, but that's what you learn.
That's what you learn. Yeah, internships.
And how was it different from your? Because you worked in India.
Yeah.
Although it was an internship for 6 months there also, but did you find, what are the differences that you found there in Luxembourg, working for this company, working with international people, compared to when you were working in Mumbai?
Honestly, for me, it was not very different.
Yeah?
Yes.
How
and
come?
I'm very lucky for that, because when I was doing my internship, the company that I was working back in India, the owner and my boss was Canadian.
Okay.
And she was really good. Like, she was really understanding, and she really taught me how to do different things and how to process things. And it was really good to have her and learn from her as well.
Okay.
But what I heard from my friends who were working in different industries at the same time, it was a completely different thing. Like, if something fails, they hold you responsible, and then it's basically kind of like not a very good environment kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And when I did this, and when I really up, like, my manager was still there. He was like, "No worry, we just reverted it back, and you can still."
That's supportive.
Very supportive and very understanding. And then they also understand that yes, he's a student and he has to learn things. Unless he fails, he won't learn.
Yeah. They're not expecting you to like
be perfect
do everything
at it.
perfectly.
I cannot be perfect at it. They didn't expect it as well. And my colleagues and the manager were really good. Like, all my internships, everyone was very supportive.
Okay. And what did you learn during this time?
The testing part, for sure. You should do a lot of testing. Second thing I learned is, sometimes there is a language barrier in terms of, now when we speak English, we speak it quite fast. But sometimes when we are speaking to someone who doesn't have his native language as English, if we speak fast, it is not easy for them to understand everything. And so sometimes it's better that you slow it down and then you explain it, so that it's easier for them and us to understand. And when they are talking back to you, try to, like, if they give you a task, for example, if your manager gives you a task, try to explain it in your own words to him as well, just to be sure that you are on the same page, like you understand the same thing. And like, if you do a mistake or if something happens,
they can,
they'll tell you, like, okay, this is not what I meant, this is what I meant. And then in that terms, you sometimes, like, you won't have to redo that work.
Just because there was a chance that you understood something else and they wanted to say something.
Yeah, exactly.
But you're sure from the beginning that you both are on the same...
We both are on the same page, exactly.
Okay.
That is one of the very important learning that I got in my first internship.
And after that, how did you said the first was the most difficult one, right? Was it easy to find the second one?
Thankfully for me, yes.
Yes? How did that happen?
So EDHEC has this partnership with a portal called SeekCube as well. And they have fairs every 3 months, 4 months, I think. And within the first 4 months after my first internship as well, we had this fair. And
where was this? It's in
It's
person?
online fair.
Online fair,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And you just upload your CV to the portal,
Uh-huh.
and then you can see the different companies that are there on the portal,
Okay.
and the different job opportunities also, they usually post it on the portal. And I think L'Oréal was also there,
Mm-hmm.
and I just applied to that
Okay.
through there.
Okay. And
And
this was what role?
so, interestingly enough, for L'Oréal, they don't specify the role.
Hmm.
It's usually they just place it for different divisions.
Hmm.
Marketing role for this division, marketing role for this division, finance for this division. You
Right.
don't have the job description as of yet.
Right.
So yeah, so far it was the same here as well.
Hmm.
And
Which division was it?
it was for consumer product
Consumer products division, marketing.
marketing. Yes,
Hmm. Okay, so you applied there.
I applied there.
Okay.
I got my interview call.
Okay. And this is HR interview.
This is the HR interview. Same. Like the process is same, I think, everywhere. You have HR and then hiring manager.
Hmm.
I did my first HR interview. It was pretty good.
Mhm.
And
No tricky questions.
no
just-
tricky questions. Pretty, like if you Google and ask what questions do they usually ask, like
Okay.
why L'Oreal and
Yeah.
all those questions.
But how do you justify coming from an engineering background, making 3D printing parts, to saying that you want to work in beauty industry? Because even your first internship
Yeah.
in Europe was Talkwalker, which is a
Yeah.
SaaS company. So how did you convince them?
It's more about finding the right skills that they want for that role.
Okay.
Each of my internship and my job, like so for marketing, even in marketing, there are different kind of roles. It's not only creative, but you also have to be analytical,
Mm-hmm.
because L'Oreal relies a lot on data to
Mm-hmm.
see the trends that are going on in the industry as well. And one of the skills that I required was analytical skills.
Mm-hmm.
And I had highlighted it properly in my CV. And
Okay.
that was one of the questions also that she asked me, I think, during my interview.
Mm-hmm.
And through that, I was able to pull the interview in the direction that I wanted.
So you found a link
Yes, I found a link
to connect your profile to the skills that may be needed.
that may be needed, yes.
Okay.
And yes, and then after my HR interview, she connected with me with my first hiring manager interview. I did that interview,
Yeah.
and I didn't really give a good answer of why L'Oreal and why I wanted to be in the beauty industry.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the reason why she rejected me.
Okay.
But the good thing is, she had asked me a question that was related to analytical thinking.
Okay.
The question was, she asked me, what was the latest thing that you purchased,
Uh-huh.
and what do you think must have been the sales of that product during that day?
Interesting.
How many products would have been sold during
That's a
that
tricky
day?
question.
It's a tricky question.
Yeah. And this is HR asking you or the
No,
hiring
this is the
manager?
hiring manager
Hiring manager asking
Yes.
you. And what role, what team was it?
It was in DMI.
DMI.
Yes.
So it's an international marketing team for every brand in L'Oreal Group, right?
Yeah.
And this is for which brand?
Garnier.
Garnier.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's trying to get your market business kind of
Yes.
sense.
Yeah.
So, okay. So she asked, what was the product, if you don't mind?
So I had gotten a PS5.
Okay. Nice.
My first internship.
Yeah.
And so the way I answered it actually helped her to understand my profile as well. So I told her that, so during that time, getting a PS5 was difficult. Everywhere it was sold out.
Okay.
So what I told her is, these sales, usually you get to hear it on Twitter. So you have to be pretty active on Twitter. So
Okay.
for example, on Twitter, if someone posts that they see on these websites that there is a sale going on, or they have come in stock, based on the number of impressions, I would say that there are 1 million people who might have seen that post. Based on that post, there are different stores in different areas. Based on those areas, I think 200 each retailer must have this much stock. And as they go out quickly, I think all the products must have been sold during that day itself. So I'm guessing it must be around 20,000 units that must have been sold.
Okay.
It was just a random guess, but it
Yeah.
was more about how I was thinking, like, going from a outside view to an inner view.
Okay. So you're showing how your brain is deducting and coming to an answer.
Yeah.
How are you thinking about it?
Yeah.
Okay. So did she like it, and then
She liked that part.
Okay.
She rejected me for that role, but she
Okay.
then recommended me for another role.
All right. Okay.
And then I did my interview with that other hiring manager.
Okay.
She asked me completely different set of questions. She was like, at the beginning of the interview, she said that I won't ask you the typical L'Oréal questions that we ask.
Okay.
And then she asked me all different questions.
Like what?
It was more related to, so she asked me, tell me about yourself. And then she
Right.
was asking me about my background. She asked me, one question that stood out to me was, she asked me, how would your friends describe you?
Okay. Interesting.
A very interesting question.
Yeah, wouldn't prepare for it. like,
Exactly.
in general, yeah.
And
You can't say takes initiatives.
yeah, you can't. How can you say that?
Yeah, you can't say the regular words that you prepare for an
Yeah.
interview. Yeah.
And I just said happy-go-lucky.
Mm.
That is how my friends would describe me, because whatever I do, like, I try to be very happy with it. And because what I'm doing, I'm happy with it. I usually get lucky with the outcomes of the results that whatever I'm doing.
Okay,
Something
nice.
or-
You thought about that.
I never thought of that
Yeah?
question. I just thought
Okay.
it on the.
Wow, okay.
But-
It's a nice
But
answer.
yeah, and you usually also understand during that interview how the interview is going. Like, if it's a more
Yes.
of a conversation, you know, like, okay, it's a really good fit.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, with her, it was that conversation. It was
Okay.
really a conversation. Because hard skills, you can learn them. Soft skills is something that you need to have on your own. And that is, your experience teaches you soft skills. And I think she was trying to understand more on how my soft skills are in terms of communication, in terms of thinking ability.
Okay.
And the hard skills, she didn't ask me if you know this software, if you know this software,
Interesting.
if you know Excel. She didn't
Yeah.
ask me anything about it.
In L'Oréal, when I also did my internship in L'Oréal, and when I was having lunch, I heard a very old HR guy talking to someone, and he was saying that we always look for motivation. He said, because if the person is motivated, they can learn whatever the skills are needed during the job, and that stayed with me.
Yeah.
That it's so true. Like,
True,
if a
very
person is
true.
motivated, they will find out ways, they will learn something if it need be.
Yeah.
But a person who has skills and no motivation, maybe they would not push themselves as much.
Yeah.
So you got that internship then after
Yes.
this interview?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I think the interview was from 4 to 4:45.
Okay. Long, 45 minutes,
Yeah.
decent, yeah.
I finished the interview. I got up from my chair. I sat down for 2 minutes.
This
I
is
just-
online, right?
Online.
yeah.
Online, the interview happened. In 20 minutes, I get a call from the HR.
Oh, wow.
And she's like,
Yeah.
congratulations,
Damn.
you have been selected.
Yeah, she wanted someone happy-go-lucky,
Dude,
apparently.
and I was so happy. I was like, one
Yeah.
of my ears just stopped working for some reason.
Yeah.
But I was very happy because that's because my conversation with the manager was really nice. And it's really like, the interview is also for you to understand how your manager is also operating or how he thinks.
Yeah.
Because it's not just a one-way communication, it's a two-way communication.
Yeah.
You also have to know how your manager would be, if
Yeah.
it would be a good fit for you as well.
Yeah. Yeah, many people forget that.
Yes. And I think that's very important. Sometimes people have bad experiences in their internship, because they don't know how to communicate, or there is a communication gap between their manager and them.
Yeah.
And luckily for me, that was not the case.
Yeah.
And even today, I talk to that manager from time to time, and I've gone to her for advice.
Uh-huh.
So it's been really nice. I learned a lot from that internship as well. And
What was it like working at L'Oréal? Because it's one of the biggest companies here.
yeah,
And almost every person at least dreams of working there who comes to France, is what I've noticed.
Yeah.
So you got in, you were working, and what was it for you, the experience like working? So this is not Garnier, right? Now
No,
this
no,
is
no.
something else. This
Yeah.
is what?
So it was I was working in the zone team
Uh-huh.
for consumer product division
Right.
in the SAP MENA zone.
Okay.
Specific-
What's that? SAP MENA zone?
So South Asia, Pacific, and MENA region.
Okay.
And,
Middle East, North Africa.
North Africa.
Okay. Okay. So L'Oréal, because they work in so many countries, every country may have their own team for a specific brand. And if you are a brand, you cannot, generally it's hard to be in touch with every single country. So they make it easier by making clusters
Yeah.
called zones.
Yeah.
One of them is SAP MENA.
Yeah.
And you were working for SAP MENA zone
Yes.
specifically. And
Yes.
what was your role?
So it was operational project manager,
Okay.
marketing.
What does that person have to do?
So it's more with helping the brands in Pacific. So I was working with the Pacific region. So it's helping the brands in the Pacific region with their launches, helping them with the assets.
Okay.
So basically, like you said, there is global team, there is the zone team, there is the individual country teams. So we act as a liaison between the DMI and the
Right.
country teams. So in case, for example, if they want to know if they can use a particular asset, for example, if they can use a photo with some actor in that country, we have to reach to the DMI or to the legal team that is working in the DMI
Yeah.
to know if they can use that asset or not. Or if they want to, for example, one of the questions that had come was they wanted to put that if they could claim that L'Oréal Paris is the #1 beauty brand in the world, something related to that.
So they ask you that.
So they asked us, and then
Okay.
we raise it, or if you don't know the answer, we ask it to the
Okay.
DMI.
Okay. So
And then they give us the proper backing to the claim as well. Like based on this, we have this claim, and then
I
we
see.
prepare it and we send it.
Yeah, because you don't want to overload DMI team with all the requests from
Exactly.
all over the world. So,
Yeah.
okay, so you kind of help take care of the countries and.
Yes.
Okay. And what was how was it? Yes, you want to say something?
Yeah, there was another part to it as well,
Yeah.
where we did the sell-in, sell-out reports. So the sell-in report is where how much we sell it to the retailers.
Retailers
How many
being
products we
Sephora
sold.
and all these people.
Yes.
All these
All the-
shops
yeah.
that are selling products.
Yes. For us, because I was working at CPD, it was more with groceries or
Grocery stores.
grocery stores.
Yeah. And Kirana stores in India.
Yes. But for me, it was specific, so it was more related to
Grocery
stores,
chains.
Yes. And then the sell-out reports that went from that retailer to outside, the people bought by direct consumers.
Okay.
Products that were bought by direct consumers.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to create a report on seeing what the trend is, what is selling more, what is selling less.
Okay.
And based on seasonality and different this, we had to draw conclusions from the reports of how the brand is performing.
And what do you have to know to work in a role like this? Like what skills do you need to have? I think Excel is one of them, right?
Excel, you need to know pivot tables,
Pivot tables, yeah.
but you can always learn it at the job itself.
Okay.
Because once you have the data, you just click on buttons and you try to figure out what is happening. You'll learn it within a week, pivot
Okay.
tables.
And what else do you think was like during this time that you were there? What did you learn that you didn't know before?
I learned how dynamic the beauty industry is. Like CPT has new launches almost every year. They have new products that are coming out. You see the consumer trend shifting very quickly. And it's very important to see, back it with data to see how the consumer trends are moving. And that is something that I found very interesting. And the skills that I learned was Excel, of course. I was able to work more with Excel, with pivot tables. Because most of the sell-in, sell-out reports, we used to download it from external. Like for Europe, it was Nielsen. For us, it was some other company for Pacific region. So I used to download the reports, raw reports, and then I had created my own template because to make the entire report, it takes a lot of time. Like it takes at least 1 week to create the final PowerPoint presentation. And out of the creating of final PowerPoint presentation, 3-4 days take place to sort the data properly.
Right.
And then I tried to automate it in some way such that I just download the reports. The data automatically gets structured and is properly visible to me.
So this came in from your previous experience,
Previous experience, that experience as well.
Yeah, okay.
That is like trying to automate as much as possible and reduce the number of steps that I have to do so that I can focus more on other stuff as well. Because one of the other projects that I was working on the same time was, it was a 3-year project. So we were looking at 3-year back data of all the products that were sold, sellout reports, to see which segment was particularly rising. Okay. And what was the segment that L'Oréal hadn't fully tapped into. What segment was it?
What, like finding the gaps?
Yeah.
Did you like this? How was your
I
compared to your previous?
I loved it.
What did you like about it?
The main thing is I got to talk to all the different brand managers within the country to understand their perspective on how the data and how the data is moving, like understand the perspective on data and how they see it in the market. Okay. And it was pretty interesting to learn from them as well. The timings were very bad for us because, the time difference is huge. Yeah. I used to have meetings late at night or early in the morning, but it was the fun part of it.
Yeah. And because people say French people don't work. How did you find that to be true? That, because work-life balance, they say France is a bit more, let's say it's a better balance compared to countries like India. Yeah. Did you feel that way?
Yes. And it's not that French people don't work.
Yeah.
It's more that they can get the task done without wasting a lot of time. Or you can say that they prefer completing the task within the time frame that is given. And that is what they expect from interns or other people working as well. It doesn't matter how you spend your time during the day. Right. But by 6 o'clock, if you're able to get the task done, it's amazing. And they expect you that at 6 o'clock, you shut your laptop and you go back. You don't spend more time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
I think even your manager must have pointed it out to you that he's like at 6 o'clock, why are you still here?
Yeah. Go home.
Go home. Work can be done tomorrow.
On Fridays, it's even like 5 p.m. Yeah. They start saying, it's weekend, go home. Yeah. That was a culture shock.
Yeah, that was a huge culture shock, of course.
Yeah. Dude. And I thought that maybe they are saying it just for this time, but it was continuous. It was not just...
They mean it. And honestly, it just makes you more productive because you want to just finish that, whatever task you have, you want to finish it before time. And then you want to go home and relax and not think. You can spend whatever you like. You can do your hobbies.
Yeah, so it's not just a myth.
It's not just a myth.
It's reality. It's reality. And how are your lunches? Because French lunches are also famous to be long.
Yes.
Did you have long lunches?
Of course. We had the long lunches. And it gives a good time for you to also de-stress a little bit from your work. Talk to your colleagues, talk to your friends. Yeah. And L'Oréal has this fit culture where you get to meet new people, understand what they're doing, and try to see if there are any job openings or internship openings or apprentice openings in the future. And it's always a good period, lunch breaks.
Okay. And so you did your internship. Yeah. And then after this, this was time for you to go back to EDHEC, right? To go back to your university after this internship.
Yes. So my internship finished in June end. And then we had, I think, July and August, 2 months I had. So I went back home and then came back in September to do my M2.
Okay. And your M2, you decided to do MSc in marketing in entertainment, right?
Entertainment and so on.
So how was it for you, the experience?
I learned different things about marketing. We had one course called Product Innovation, which was in partnership with L'Oréal. And it was basically, we had to work on a report for the Brandstorm project. Yeah. And we had to present that in front of, we had to write a report, and then we had the finals, local finals as well, where we had to present it in front of L'Oréal, in front of project managers from L'Oréal. And he would give us tips on how we could improve and maybe participate in the Brandstorm event as well. And I think that is how we participated, because we got some good feedback that the idea was pretty unique and something that is really good and relevant. And so we participated in Brandstorm because of that. Second semester was good. We were lucky. We had Ann, Professor Ann, who was teaching us the service industry, and the overall experience was good. Learned new things, and I think now the course has even more partnerships with different companies, which is really good, because you get company experts coming to your college and telling you about how you could think about this, how you should think about that. So it's good to know about those things when you enter into the industry.
And so you have to do an internship after M2 also.
Yeah.
It's part of the course.
Yes.
So when did you start researching for it, and was it even easier than finding the L'Oréal internship?
It was okay. It was not easy, not hard. It was okay process.
Yeah. What did you do in your final internship?
My final internship was with General Electric. I was working as marketing intelligence. So more about gathering data and creating a competitor analysis for General Electric.
Did you like that? Because you're coming from a very glamorous world of L'Oréal and you're going into this, which is completely different.
Yes.
How did you feel about that?
It was a completely different experience, especially the data collection part of it, where we are collecting data. Based on that, we have to also create a competitor where we rank compared to the other industries, how they have been growing in the past few years.
Did you like this experience?
It was a good experience, a different experience. I liked it.
Okay. Did you learn anything new there?
How you actually should write a one-pager when the report has to go to a C-suite executive.
Okay, that's also a very important skill.
Yes, you have to be very specific of what data you are showing, and it has to be very clear so that they understand, and it has to be as short as possible. And making that PPT used to take quite some time, but it was a different experience, a good one.
So in this internship, what was the next step for you after finishing this internship? This is a 6-month internship, right?
Yes.
So what's the next step?
So the next step was to find a full-time job. But thankfully for us, because we won the Brandstorm Global, we then had the chance to do a 3-month entrepreneurship experience with the PPT division, professional product, where we were thinking more of, where we were building that idea into a more, so that we could scale it up and make a business out of it. And we spoke to different startups, we spoke to different teams within L'Oréal, within the professional product division, and we are fine-tuning our product, and finally we had to present our idea in front of the division head, and we pitched him our idea and how we should move ahead with it. And it was a completely different and a very immersive experience, where you speak to so many people, you get so many perspectives, and then again, when we are presenting here to some division head, we have to be very crisp and very clear on how we are presenting it and what metrics we are putting ahead. And it was a very good experience.
This was also a time for us to see different teams in L'Oréal Group, and to get to know, because in future, once we win this competition, we have a higher chance of joining the group. So during this time, also to meet people and figure out where we would like to join, and if we meet someone who would like us to be on their team. So we were also doing that during this time. And so after this 3 months, what happened? What was the next step for you?
So the next step was, during this 3 months, we were meeting different teams.
Right.
And I really loved working and understanding beauty tech. And L'Oréal has been focusing a lot on beauty tech in the past.
And what's beauty tech? Just for the people to know.
So beauty tech is basically all the different tech devices that you see that help augment the beauty experience. For example, you have the steam pot that L'Oréal has, then you have
Airlight Pro.
the
The
then
hair
you have the
dryer.
hair dryer, then you have so this was launched in the CES 2024 as well. It was related to so the product is called Cell Bioprint. So basically it tells you the biological age of your skin, which was a pretty good, like it's a pretty different device, and it is a pretty interesting device. And I wanted to more work with these devices.
Okay, so what's happening now? Like, are you working right now? Are you looking for a job?
So I'm doing a side project and I'm looking for a job as well. Thankfully, because of the connections that we made at L'Oréal, I'm trying to do a few interviews and find a good fit for me and a good position for me within the company.
So now I'd like to ask you about a bit. So these were questions related to career and profession, but there's also like personal life.
Yeah.
We have.
Yeah.
How has it been for you in France?
Yeah.
Like as a person, do you think you have changed since you are here, or what do you think? What do you look at it like?
Oh, definitely. I think I've changed a lot in terms of growing up, that you say, because I'm here away from my country. I don't have any family close to me. I have to find friends. I have to find people who would help me be here, like to integrate into the culture, understand or talk to different people, because at home you have that comfort where you have your friends from your beginning, like from your childhood. You have your friends from your engineering college, you have relatives all around you, so you're never alone there. Here, once you come away from your country, and if you don't have a lot of relatives or anyone close to you, it is sometimes difficult to adapt here. And that is when you reach out and make more friends, and you make friends from different cultures, who have almost come from the same background like you, like from different countries, different cultures, different experiences, and then you mingle with them, you talk to them, and in general you form this bond with everyone, and you grow as a person as well. You learn a lot of things about life. You learn why your mom always asks you the question, what food should I make for the morning or for the evening? You realize how important it is now. And even though
how difficult it is.
How difficult it is to decide. Because you spend half an hour, 1 hour deciding. And you know different things. You have to file your own, in India also you file your own taxes, but you have to file your own taxes. You have to know about different processes. You have to, because a lot of processes are different here.
And okay, so, and what do you think of French people?
I have mixed opinions.
Okay.
During our M1 year, I didn't really make a lot of French friends. I had more international friends, and it felt a bit weird coming from so far, and not a lot of them are ready to mingle. And language was one of the barriers, and it felt difficult, at least in the beginning. But during my internship, I was staying in Metz. All of my roommates were French.
Okay.
All of them were super nice. And I really formed good relations with them. And I meet them sometimes, from time to time I meet them. I recently, like a year back, I went to one of my friend's wedding as well. And even now I have my colleagues who I speak to. I've made friends during my internship at L'Oréal. I made friends I have a friend who I go to swim with from L'Oréal. He was one of my colleagues. I go to swim with him during Fridays. So I think I've been able to make new people and make new friends. It's been really nice.
So people outside of university are more open. French people outside of university are more open to, let's say, to mingle with you?
And I think I saw this difference also when we were in M1. So the people who had come with us who were in M2, they had more friends as well, friends as well, because people were more ready to mingle during the second year and make more friends.
Yeah.
And I found it different, but it was quite interesting, and I experienced that during M2 as well.
That's very true. In M2, somehow everyone was more open and trying to be friends, but I don't know why in M1 is the case. Is it because we ourselves are new coming to the country and we are also trying to adapt, so we don't know, or is it because the students who are French students, they have their own groups, they are also in M2, it's more international, the classes, like it's 70%-ish international, I think. While in M1 it was only 20% or 30% were international people, because most international people come for MSc courses, 1-year courses, then MIM courses, which is 3 years. So maybe it's that, and also language, big problem. It's really it's very difficult. Like being able to speak French in your first year is extremely hard, unless you have been studying it since like you were a kid, or otherwise it's very difficult to at least reach a level where you can talk to French people and they can also bear your French and talk to you in French. It's very difficult.
But there is an interesting case, so I have a junior who was from my same engineering college. He came to France this year, and he has formed really good ties with a lot of French people.
Okay.
He has a lot of French friends. He's in the M1 year as well.
Okay.
And he has a lot of good friends. And we were texting a few days back as well, and he was telling me that he was really fortunate that he was able to come here, and he found really good set of friends who he hangs out with. And
it's I mean, it's also then in the end depends on the person.
I think so. Yeah.
How social you are, or extroverted you are, or how easy for you to make friends. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, even in our batch there were some people who had a lot of French friends. Yeah. And there were always some French people who were very excited to mingle. Like there are very few, but there are some who really wanna also experience like people from different cultures. So what are the 3 things that you love about France and 3 things that you hate or don't like?
The first thing that I love about France is the work-life balance. I think they say it a lot, and I have actually been here and I have actually seen it. And you get proper time to work and to handle your hobbies. And every weekend you will find something that you'll be able to do. Like there are art shows, there are museums, there are some pop-up happening. There's always something to do around. You will never be bored. The second thing that I love is the quality of food that is here. Even in grocery stores, when you go, when it's chips that you're eating, the bread that you're eating, each of these have a Nutri-Score, and the Nutri-Score tells us how good it is. It's rated from A to E, A being the good one, E being the not so good. So based on the Nutri-Scores also you understand what kind of foods you are putting into your body, because at the end of the day that is how your health will be and how energetic you will be during the day. That is something that I find very important and quite unique and quite good.
Yeah. And also people here are quite fit. When you just go in the streets, you see people are they have very good physique, and they look like they are fit people.
Yeah. People love running here. You will find people going on a run at any point of the time. Yeah. Once I saw a person go for a run at 12 o'clock in the night. Yeah. And he had this proper running gear, and he had a light on the top of his head, and he was going on a run, and it was raining. People love running, so they go out at any time. And sometimes people even when I was working and when we used to go to swim, what we used to do is just before lunch break, 15 minutes early we used to leave. We used to go for a swim. We used to swim for 40 minutes, come back, have lunch, and then come and sit to work on Fridays. It was pretty cool and very interesting.
Yeah.
I've never seen something like
That's
that.
also something I also seen here. People, they go to gym sometimes during the lunch break.
Yeah.
When they're working, offices also have, quite a lot of offices have gyms. And
Yeah.
people would go and do a workout and then eat their lunch and then come back to work, which was also a bit surprising for me. And I've never done it, but people do it here.
Yeah.
Okay, so that this and
And connectivity in terms of visiting different countries, in terms of even within Paris, if you want to go, the metro connections are amazing. You
Yeah.
just have to walk. You don't need a car. Even if you have a bicycle, it's pretty cool. You can travel anywhere. And yeah, the entire experience of that, you like, for example, on a weekend, if you have like 3 days or 2 days of weekend, you can just take your bag, you can book a ticket with Flixbus, or you can book a train ticket. You can visit Belgium, you can visit Luxembourg.
yeah.
You can book tickets, you have air tickets that are very cheap. You can go to any country that you want. It's just amazing that you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. And 3 things that you hate.
I think the first thing that I hate is some places in France are a bit scary, or some regions in Paris as well are a bit scary. And I'm scared to death to I'm very scared to go to those places. But it's like, especially if you're coming from Mumbai or Pune, where like a lot of regions, like you feel pretty safe. You can go there at any point of time. But in Paris, like Saint-Denis, if you go at night, it's a bit scary. If you're a girl or you're a woman, and if you go at night, it's a bit scary if you go in those parts of the in those parts. That's one thing that I hate. Second thing is the paperwork. There's a lot of paperwork if you want to get done, like if you want anything to get done. And you have to be very good at French if you're speaking to any of the government officials,
Yeah.
because none of them speak English. And sometimes it becomes difficult to communicate properly with them. Third would be finding an apartment.
Yeah. In Paris.
In Paris especially, it is annoying. There are a lot of scams, and the space that you get is sometimes less, and but it depends on what you like and what you not. But it is difficult, and if you have a CDI, it is a bit easier for you to get a good place, but still it's difficult.
Now I have a rapid fire round for you. Okay. Quick questions.
Okay.
They're very simple. Okay, so are you ready?
Yes.
So, croissant or pain au chocolat?
Pain chocolat.
Yeah, nice. One word to describe living in France.
Oh, beautiful.
Most overrated thing about Paris.
Overrated thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
wow.
Like something that you heard maybe a lot about, and then you're like, no, it's not true. Like, it's not that.
Whew.
It's everything that you heard about.
Yeah, it's sometimes even more that I've heard
Yeah.
about.
Nice. Best thing about India.
Food.
Yeah, it's hard to find
Yeah.
Indian food here. And would you do it all over again, moving to France?
Yes.
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 Okay. Thank you for that. Final question.
Yes.
What advice would you give to someone who is right now thinking about moving to France for masters or even for work?
I think just take a leap of faith, come to France. Even if it's a small work thing, or if it's a exchange course or an exchange semester that you're doing in France, come here, understand the culture, immerse into the culture. If you're working, feel how people work here, see how people work here, see how good people are, how different things here are, and even in terms of air quality, it's really good air quality. You can go out anytime, you can go out for a run. And take a leap of faith and just come. Don't think a lot about it. Just have a goal in mind that you want to do this, and this, and come.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you. That was some nice advice. Thank you for this.
Thank you for having me.